Hey YouTube, hi, my name is Mark. This is Nixon Motorsports. This channel is all about motorsports, from racing to exotic cars and even simulators. Today's video, it's going to be about exotic cars. Actually, we're going to take the Ferrari 430 Scuderia that we have out, stretch its legs. Thought we would drag you along so you can enjoy. And behind the wheel will be Jeff, one of our good friends who works with us on our race team, and he hasn't driven this 430 before. So anyway, let's get into the video. Come on. So I got Jeff over here. Jeff, say hi.
Hey.
We're actually going to take this out just for a joyride, nothing exciting. A little bit of dinner, a little bit of this and that. But this is the 09 Scuderia, so the 430 Scuderia, and this is a coupe. So we nice little car. But Jeff, this guy has never driven this thing, so this is going to be Jeff's first moment driving the 430 Scuderia. And I've told you that these older gearboxes, they shift a little different. It's kind of like an old manual gearbox with electronic paddle shift around it. So you'll see what I mean when we get it out there. When you lug it on the street, it's kind of this. When you lug it on the street, it's kind of this. Anyway, it wants to go fast. It doesn't like to be lugged around. So he'll have to get used to that. But anyway, we'll get this thing fired up, get it out on the road.
So here goes for the cold start. Temperature in it. Just letting everyone know that it's like end of September in Texas and it's like 98 degrees outside. Stupid hot.
We'll have to let it warm up for a minute.
Yeah.
So it feels kind of race car like, huh? We're sitting in the 430, warming this thing up. Jeff, his first time sitting in this thing. What's your reaction just sitting in the car?
It feels like a race car. It's being that it's the Scuderia, it's stripped down like a race car.
The seats are quite nice, aren't they?
Seats are just hug you. I mean, it's even more so than the 458. So yeah, I can. I feel at home.
Yeah, and I personally like all the Alcantara. I think that's a nice piece. You know, for anybody that hasn't been in the Scuderias, or at least this Scuderia, like the 430. I mean, all these carbon panels throughout. It's littered with carbon everywhere. Kind of the basics. I mean, if you look around like the dash. I mean, there's really no entertainment stuff. You know, kind of old school gauges, you know, analog looking style gauges, very limited, call it radio, AM, FM radio, right. Which it works. We never use it, and even your temperature control stuff, it's pretty basic in terms, you know, of modern cars, right? And typical, you know, here in the console area, this has a old school handbrake. Most of, I think all the new cars have some form of electric brake function. Yeah. And you have your mirrors adjuster over here in the center, your emergency flash, your suspension. You can change the stiffness of the suspension if you want to, or make it softer. Very standard Ferrari stuff. This auto button by default's on, so if you hit it, you'll turn it off, which means you got to shift with your paddle shifters. And when you're in neutral, you know, this is your R for reverse. Pretty standard basic stuff. And if you go around, if you go around here, look at the steering wheel, you can see, you know, the various different race modes on there, from wet to sport and so on, kind of typical stuff. But yeah, it's minimal from that end of it, but it has and that's why I was curious just to have Jeff sit in here before we even go out and drive. The first reaction sitting in this car, you feel like you're climbing in a race car.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So we'll let it warm up some more, and we'll get on the road here in just a second. And I guess we'll do the back way through town there. Feel the transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird when you're lugging it. It's
brakes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're kind of a binary. See how that lugs like that?
Yeah. It's not.
No.
Yeah.
When you get the RPMs up 5,000 plus in that range, and definitely, you know, when you're in paddle control mode, you know, manual shifting, you can get your revs way up and control when you shift, and it becomes, I mean, it wants to go fast, and so the lugging part of it seems to not be so comfortable on the road. Yeah. It's got all the noises and bits you expect in a race car, right?
It does. It's very noisy.
See, once you do there, you can accelerate a little bit in second. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely smooths out and speeds up.
Oh yeah.
The shifting. So
yeah.
That's good.
So you know you're trying to figure this thing out. What's going through your mind?
Everything right now, just keeping it on the road, because it's raw. It's not refined like.
That's true. Yeah.
So
That's true. It is.
So it's the rawness that you have to get used to, but it's not bad. But it's very, like, the steering is very precise. But that's what you would expect in a car like this.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I've heard others talk about their 430s, you know, how it's that raw feeling, you know, and it's the minimal, you know, race car basic feel to it. And, you know, without all the bells and whistles. Looks like we got a little sprinkle.
Hard to go 30 miles an hour in a car like this. Did you want to go back?
No, we're okay. Yeah, so we're there's a couple little clouds up in the air, and we're looking. Oh, it might sprinkle on us. And for those of you who don't know, our nice cars, this and the other Ferrari and such, you know, they're only dry weather. We don't take them out in bad weather, you know, we baby them. So well, pamper them like we would anything else that we appreciate. So anyway, that's why we're looking at the weather. Yeah, right. So do you like shifting it manually instead of the automatic mode?
It takes a lot more focus to do it.
It does, doesn't
it? Pay attention to
right.
that, so.
And I found that lugging it even in automatic mode, you know, around town, the 30-mile-an-hour stuff, you know, back roads like we're on right now, that you can almost do just a momentary anticipation lift on your throttle, just a touch, you know, between like first to second, and it smooths that out a little bit. So that's a little odd. Yeah, you go that way. It's a little back road driving. So for those of you who know the Dallas area, there's a lot of back roads that are you know, quite slow, 30 miles an hour, which drives them crazy. But that's what we're on currently. And anyway, yeah, straight. Yeah, so the exhaust pitch on this thing, once you open it up a little bit, you can definitely hear the throaty, you know, nice engine noise and pitch, whatever. It's quite nice. But let's see if Jeff can get a moment here once traffic clears. Put his foot in it just for a brief moment. So we went from that stupid 30 miles an hour to now we're going to be on a 45 mile an hour place. I do believe I felt some rear wheel spin. Yeah. Not too shabby. Yeah, it wants to go, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it tries to be tame sort of when you're lugging it around town, but you also know you're lugging it because it behaves odd and weird. But I enjoy that, and that tells you kind of the raw thing too, right? Because sticking your foot in it just in second, you know, getting rear wheel spin, you know, a lot of the modern cars, you know, they're gonna, you know, adjust and correct, and you won't even feel the rear end stepping out on you at all. So that's pretty cool.
It lets you drive the car.
Yeah.
It lets the driver drive the car.
Yeah. So let's go left here at this light.
Okay.
Yep. So I asked Jeff a minute ago, and I'll let him talk again to himself or to the video here, but I asked him, so of the two Ferraris that we have, so we have the 13 458 Spider, you know, hardtop convertible, and then we have this, the 09 Scuderia, this 430. And I asked him, okay, so you've driven both of them now. If you only could have one, which one would it be? And Jeff said?
I said that's very tough. Obviously.
That's a long pause.
It is.
Yeah.
I like.
Wait a second. We're not going to sell our cars, just FYI. It's just the conversation, right?
Right.
And anyway, yeah, it's.
I would probably go with the 458 because it's a little newer and it's a little more refined for driving like this.
Yes,
if I was
around the
tracking
street
it,
stuff. Yeah.
If I was tracking it, we'd have a different conversation.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's my thinking too. The double clutch transmission and the you know, the 458, like Jeff said, you know, it shifts, you know, brilliantly. I mean, it's super nice. But yeah, it'd be hard to, either one of them would be tough. So that's Jeff getting on it. He's thinking proper speed. Yeah, way cool. Yeah, so it's over this way.
Okay.
Yeah, when you open it up, the exhaust pitch, you know, it has a nice sound to it.
Yeah, it does.
It really does, yeah. The, you know, personally, when the valves are not open in the exhaust, for me, it's a little almost tinny sounding,
Yeah.
right? But as soon as you open the valves open, it's awesome sounding. Yeah. So let's see what Jeff thinks. Okay, so yes, no, yes.
Yep, I want one.
Are you guys doing look-de-doo?
Yeah, Jeff was
Mark took us to the wrong restaurant.
small little details like that. Anyway, we'll come back to you in a minute on the way back to the place, so we'll talk more. Okay, so now we're inside the restaurant. You know, it was a long journey. We drove forever. No, I'm joking, but you know, our little joyride in the 430. So we're gonna get some food, and thought we'd ask Jeff. All right, talk about your experience driving the 430.
So it was very cool. It's not refined. It is a race car. It's a street legal race car. I imagine it was kind of like what would be driving an F40. Same deal. It's stripped out. It's lightweight. It's precise. But when you tell it to go, it goes. When you tell it where to go, the car just goes where you want it to go. So it's very nice.
All right, so we're back. We've fueled up. We've eaten. Jeff's got that look. I think he wants to drive a Ferrari. Yeah, well, we're trying to, miss that whole thing, but back in the car. Okay, so had some good food, great food actually.
Yep.
Jeff filled all the way up here. Anyway, we're gonna take the car back out, head back to the house. Try to miss that little storm. Yeah, this way. Yeah, so we're out here heading back. You know, Texas this time of year, you know, weather could come down, you know, so we're trying to skate. You can see a little bit of interesting cloud activity out here, and there's big weather alerts going on, so we're trying to get this car back before we get doused in this weather. We'll see. All right, so this is rain. I think it's the first time this car has seen rain. It's okay. It will live. It's fine. But yeah, we got a little bit of moisture out here. Not a big deal. This is just heading back to the house. And Jeff looks very focused. Very, very focused. This way. Wait, that's nice. That way. So we got back. We missed the big thunderstorm, whatever that was. Here's Jeff. We've been just wiping the car down. Look, it's the baby, right? You gotta take care of it. So anyway, not a big deal. Jeff, you got any last words?
Even in the rain. Yeah, it was very controllable. It was very precise, like what you would expect a Ferrari, and then a Ferrari race car. So yes, just even in the wet, it didn't do anything stupid. As long as you're cool on the controls, it's cool with you. So, yep, very nice.
Awesome. So that was it. Short little video. Taking the 430 out for a dinner run, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this. And that's it for now. If you haven't subscribed, come on, consider doing so, right? We're trying to get to our magical 1,000 subscribers. A little ways to go, but we're getting there. So that's it. Until next time, ciao.